Right. So this, like as I was saying, this was really spur of the moment. This was not planned or anything. So I'm basically going to be pulling a game for you guys out of thin air, which is not a problem for me because I'm awesome. But because it's a one shot and because it's really late, I figured we would just fast track character creation and get you guys into the action so that we don't, spend like 5 hours on it or something. I know you guys have like lives to lead and so on.
Sorry if I'm late. I was taking care of my mom.
Oh yeah, that's cool. We're only just starting actually.
What's the setting of this?
Standard Halcyon City. I myself don't really diverge from Halcyon City.
Okay.
Yeah,
Allow playbooks.
within that, are we superhero high school? Are we Teen Titans style team that's off in their own? What's kind of the group setup?
The group setup is, well, as usual. You guys have been working together for a while now. So you guys know each other, you guys have saved people and things before. So you guys operate loosely as a team. So it's kind of... Teen Titans is an official team in that they have a base and that sort of thing. So I don't know if you guys would be there as yet. But you're a loose group. And you're recognized as a group.
Alright. Allow banned playbooks?
We're just using the original playbooks and the Halcyon City Herald playbooks.
Alright. I guess I'll probably ask, does anyone have an idea of what they're making so far?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make the most YA protagonist character possible, kind of ridiculous Bishonen space prince.
Okay, we have
I
our
like the sound
outside.
of this.
So I'm basically just making ultra American superhero.
Okay, we have our legacy.
Yeah.
I'm thinking either Nova or Transformed. If I go with Nova, I'm basically going to be... What if Mordred was a good person? Or Morgana, either or.
Alright, so this is Dice Lord sheet. Dice Lord, do you have a name for your character? And what playbook are you,
I'm using Beacon.
Okay, good.
Now, if I was transformed, I would be a 1930s cartoon.
What, do you have a character name for your beacon?
Go with the beacon. I think the evil sorcery teen, or good evil sorcery teen, sounds more fun or less silly than Steamboat Willie as a superhero.
Someday you will know the beauty of it, but alright.
But it is not this day.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday.
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 One of us will be dead before that day, but it could be someday.
Alright, so we have Dice Lord, Adamiani, Dr. Aquanaut, we have Guru, and Netflix.
Yes.
Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, good. 5 is a good group. Alright, which of you guys said that you were pretty much finished with your mechanics?
I am.
Sorry, which one is that?
This is Trotsky.
Oh, right, Netflix. Right.
Yes, I
So,
as well.
all right, cool. So,
Do you have a spreadsheet to use for this one shot?
no, it's in the. Oh, 1 second.
Roll 20 thing.
Oh,
Hang on.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to actually post that. So I can...
He sent the link out. He'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I just sent it to you. So it's that Roll20 game, and there's a sheet in there for you. I think you will be player 5. All right. So Netflix, which playbook are you playing?
I will be playing the Legacy.
Okay, good, very good. So this is Legacy. All right, and which suite of powers are you looking at?
I am going to go with Divine Armor, and Magic Weapon. Sweet.
Hey, we have something in common. We're both magic.
Nice.
Yeah.
magic buddies.
All right, good. Not this one. Not that one. Playbooks. Alright, so your legacy is the first suite, I think? Janus Legacy. Fourth suite. Divine Armor. Magic Weaponry.
And the two powers I don't are Godlike Beauty and Legendary Speed.
Okay.
Ace still feels like
Oh,
your
hold up.
power.
My Bishonen thing is not going to work without the godlike beauty bit.
Oh, then I can go with I can get rid of Legendary Speed and Divine Armor. I don't mind.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what does good like beauty even do for the game?
Nothing. It's just fluff.
Godlike Beauty comes in
It
when
could
you
be a
do...
persuasion type dealio.
Yeah, it comes in when you do like provoke and things like rejecting influence probably or getting into places. It's
I mean, I would imagine whenever you're trying to get somebody to do something, you can roll Freak instead of whatever the previous stat is.
yeah.
Well, like most powers, it enables actions.
Yeah, it's description, just like any power.
I mean, if it works like that, I can allow it just fine. It just whenever I see someone use it, it's like, okay, how do you actually apply it to the game? Because they don't have no stats in the traditional sense, and you can't put it into a +1 like provoke or comfort.
It's most fluff, much like invincibility or
Yes.
super sense.
Yeah. Alright, so give me like a short paragraph on your legacy. Like, where did you guys come from?
So the legacy starts about just before World War II, just to make it even more American.
America.
America is kind of
Glorious.
just when America is starting to like get itself prepared for the war. They started to. Well, they, as far as the public knows, they just popped up, and they basically volunteered to help in the war, take down the oppressors, yada yada. And basically, they took the most basically the appearance of most of the legacy, even those of like not directly from her legacy, are very American, very much like I love America, red, white, and blue, that kind of.
America.
Right, so uber patriotic.
Yeah.
And how do your powers manifest?
So, upon being like entered into the legacy, you pretty much you go through some like mostly fluff ritual because you're a part of the family. You already would have like the powers, but they kind of just tell you how to activate them.
Yeah. But like for instance, so like for divine armor, if you are attacked, how does this armor look?
The well, I don't have divine armor, but most of the weapons would be very much like you would see in like World War II propaganda, where it's all very like bright, it's very shining.
Nice.
Most of it's just red, white, and blue.
Alright, cool. So Lady Liberty, for sweet, speed, weaponry, and might were the ones you chose, right?
I chose magic weaponry, mythic might, and godlike beauty.
Oh, beauty. Alright.
I thought you were dropping the godlike beauty.
I changed that because I thought you said.
No, I was requesting you not take that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused. Then yeah, I can take armor. I'm sorry.
Thanks, really appreciate it.
No problem.
Alright, so weaponry, might, and armor, right?
Yeah.
Is there one the member of your legacy who is still active? Can you give me a name for that person?
So, their persona is Uncle Sam.
Okay. And he's your actual uncle?
He's not actually the uncle, but she just kind of treats him as an uncle.
Cool. Alright, good. Right, so that's Netflix, that's our legacy. Lady Liberty, do you have a civilian identity?
Her civilian identity is Amelia Armstrong.
That's nice.
Hilarious.
I had to. It's laying
That's-
right there.
That's rather American, I will admit. America!
Alright, cool. So that's our legacy. Let's do.
Oh wait, should I or should I discuss this later? The dark past or whatever thing.
The
Oh
dark
no, wait, that's
past.
the story. There's, I'm pretty sure there was something on here. I'm trying to think.
I think you have like a nemesis.
No, there was something. This may have gotten taken out.
Was it the next legacy?
No.
One of your team moves allows you to share a dark secret that you have, but you don't have to go through that right now. Yeah.
Then yeah, the dark side.
Oh yeah. You don't have to go through that now because that's something that comes up like kind of a situational basis. Because of the fact that you can use it multiple times, it's usually something different each time. But it's like a minor thing. You know, it's like showing the downsides of the legacy.
Oh, and there's a previous member. The previous Lady Liberty is retired and quite good. I had to choose two.
Alright, cool. That sounds good. Alright, so let's do Dice Lord. You said you were done as well?
Yeah, I got all my mechanics down.
Alright, so you are the beacon, you said, correct?
Yep.
Alright, great. So walk me through that guy, that person.
What was that?
Yeah, so walk me through your beacon.
Right? He's the Chinese orphan kid, knows martial arts, and has a dragon familiar.
Haha, nice. Alright, so this is kind of like a magical / spiritual type of hero.
Yeah, dragon's like a manifestation of chi kind of deal.
Okay, cool. And is Boli her hero? Is it a he or a she or what?
He.
He? Okay, yeah. So is Boli his hero name or his civilian name?
It's his civilian name. He doesn't care much for the hero name deal.
Wow, that's new for
I'm going for
everything.
more of the modern street hero kind of deal.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, that's cool. And what abilities did you choose?
I chose martial arts and acrobatics.
Oh, that's a nice combination.
Got a kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is a little bit frightening.
Alright, and I guess you would have taken like Come On Lucky and something else.
Yeah, come on, Lucky. Yeah, that's the dragon. And Suck at the mission.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You got a dragon too? This team is magic as fuck.
Yeah. Let's see. We got one person who's the physical incarnation of America. We got a kid who can summon a dragon.
Yeah. Alright, is there anything else I need to mark? Alright, good. Alright, good. Beacon, I like beacons. Beacons are nice. Beacons are cool.
Yeah. I like the whole optimistic, being a hero is awesome, guys, kind of character.
Yeah.
Really fun personality that's infused into it.
Yeah, because realistically, that optimism, you're gonna need that to go through some of the hero things that we see these guys going through. So that's pretty cool. Just checking the playbook to make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, cool. Okay, who wants to go next? Who's able to go next?
D-SpoTT, could you send me the link to the room?
I think I did, didn't I?
Nope, I do not see a private message.
That's odd.
Discord, why are you betraying me? You're supposed to be the chosen one.
Anything there?
Was to surpass all Skype.
I see it now.
Yeah. Right, cool. Alright, cool. So I think you would be have the player 5 sheet. So Liberty, Legacy, Trotsky, good. Holy Beacon, good. Outsider, are you ready to give me a rundown on your guy?
Sorry, did you say something? I was filling out the sheet.
Oh yeah. Are you ready to give me a rundown on your hero?
Basically, I'm still filling out some of the moves, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You just need to give me like the basic concept.
Space Prince, runaway Space Prince. Going for full YA protagonist, Bishonen kind of ridiculousness.
Bishonen no jutsu.
Right. So you would have your alien race. So your alien royalty. That's good. What abilities did you choose?
I took the Stunning Beauty option, and I was going to take a Cool Sword, but I think we've got Cool Swords covered, so I'm going with the Telepathy.
We do have cool swords covered. The divine weaponry. Okay.
And I'm going with the Alien Tech move, so functionally I can be our tech.
Alright, so, sorry, what was it? Telepathy and something else? Yeah. Well,
The actual abilities are checking the stunning beauty or pheromones box and the telepathy or mind blasts box.
all right. Cool.
But I've also got the outsider move for alien tech, so shiny toys.
Right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Everyone likes shiny toys.
It's,
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Beauty and telepathy. Alright, so this is the outsider. And right, and what is your hero name? It's Zenko, so is that like do you have a civilian name?
I just ran it through a name generator, to be honest.
Yeah, that's cool. But do you have a civilian name, or is this a civilian name and you use something else?
I think single name.
Okay, cool. So Zenko.
Unless we've got some strong tie to a high school or something where we have to have a secret identity, in which case I can come up with something.
High school probably won't come up in this one shot, so I guess we can gloss over it.
Yeah, that's about what I was figuring.
Yeah. Alright, so that's 3. And then there were 2. Alright, well, Aquanaut is probably just getting his sheet underway. Guru, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So which playbook did you choose?
I'm going with the protege.
Nice.
Oh, not to interrupt, how do we set our pictures on the Roll20?
When you have the sheet open, you click edit on the top left, on the top right of the sheet. See it? Okay, so Goro, have you gotten to your sheet as well? I think you would be player 4.
I don't actually know where that is. I've never used Roll20.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so in the right-hand side of the Roll20 screen, you see there's a column where all the chat is. So, like, if I say hi, it says hi.
Yeah.
Alright, so at the top of that,
Alright.
you should see 5 icons in a row. And those icons are different tabs. The third tab is the journal. And that has a list of all the, it will have the other character sheets. Yours is player 4. And it will have like other things like handouts. It'll have the basic moves listed there and some other old-timey stuff you don't have to worry about too much. So when you double click on player 4, it opens up the sheet for you. And you can start filling in stuff like your labels, and you can put in the moves. So let me help you get started here. Protege. Your mentor embodies, denies. That kind of a thing. So like walk me through the idea for your protege. Like what is this hero's deal?
So she's like kind of super serious, no nonsense, kind of stick in the mud.
Uh-huh.
And yeah,
Alright, cool.
I'll get to filling out the thing.
Alright, what's her hero name?
Her name is Cassia.
Alright, that's her hero name or that's her civilian name?
Civilian name.
Alright, Cassia. And what hero name do you have in mind for her?
Shiner.
Shiner.
The shiny.
Shiner is a very different thing from a shiny.
It is.
Alright, you have... What do you have in mind for the abilities of your protege?
Detective skills, elemental control, just mainly like light manipulation and stealth.
Okay, great. Detective. And elemental light. And what label does your mentor embody and deny?
Embody superior and denies freak.
Okay, great. Alright, so you can go ahead and finish filling out the sheet and so on. That's pretty much just the basic details I need. What about your mentor? Do you have like a basic description of him? Like, what's that person like?
She's basically, the mentor is basically just the same. Like, she wants the best for her, and just really wants her to like push out her limits, do the best.
Alright, cool. Right, let's see. So you can go ahead and finish that out. So Dr. Aquanaut, you are playing in Nova. Morgana. Dr. Aquanaut, so Morgana is your hero name or is that your civilian name?
My hero name. I'm typing my civilian name in a second.
Sure. Morgana. Suzenko Bori. Lady Liberty. Morgana, right. What type of ability does your Nova have? Sorcery?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
A total protege of magic.
Okay, nice. Alright, I believe that's pretty much what I need to know for the Nova. Alright, so you guys can go ahead and work on your sheets. And we'll begin in like in about, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. I just need to figure out how I can get you guys to a certain place.
When I'm done, I can probably tell you more of the backstory.
Sure. So it's like basic Merlinian magic.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to bypass or hand wave the when our team came together because as I said, time.
Yeah. Time. Let's see.
Mariah. Nice. Right, good. Alright, I think we have a basic thing.
Okay, I got Reality Storm, Construct, and Overcharge. Debating on either move or what was that teleporting spell? Yeah, it's move or I think it's I don't know which is better, moat or shielding for the defense. Because I thinking of either teleporting everywhere or just making barriers.
I think mechanically how it works is moat has to be done like on your move. Moat can be done as a reaction. So it's something you set up before. Shielding is the reaction. Shielding is when someone is being attacked. You use it on a defend.
Okay.
So if someone is going to get hit, you can't use moat then.
Alright.
So is Morgana like literally Morgana Le Fay as a teenager, or what's the deal?
She took up her mother's mantle name. Her real name is Mordrea Le Fay. Mordred. Hello. Am I coming through?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I typed the name in the chat,
Yeah.
but I can type it in the other chat.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking about the actual play itself. So I'm just planning out some things. That's why I'm silent. So our Nova is magic. Our Beacon is magic. Our Legacy is magic. Our Protege is elemental, and our Outsider is psychic. That's a nice group.
Yep, got clear themes here.
The Outsider can fly.
I think right now I'm going to go with move. My character has been a loner, so her actually protecting someone probably wouldn't be her first idea.
Okay, so like, what were the final ones you chose?
I chose Reality Storm, Construct, overcharge and move.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty much done with my sheets for now, so I can answer any questions, backstory stuff, yada yada.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like basic stuff we just generically determine. So, like for instance, we'd say you guys have been together for a year. You all go to some kind of school, aka roughly around the same age.
She's 17, has serious daddy issues. Previously lost control of her powers on their 12th birthday after her father didn't show up and basically leveled an entire area out of her rage.
Yeah.
And came to the understanding that she's magical. Essentially, she had some serious problems with the government, her teachers, her parents. Typical bad girl stuff. But deep down, despite being thrown into a world that she never asked for, having a father that was never around, she still wants to be a hero. Even if our methods aren't traditionally what you expect. Since for the longest time she hated people because people consider her a monster, and before unlocking her powers she was a bit of an outsider even then. And she has serious trust issues, and don't mention her father or else she'll hurt you real bad.
Oh man. Why do they need these things?
She's sort of like Raven in a sense that her emotions give her power. The more emotions she feels, the stronger her magic is. But at the same time, the stronger her emotions, the harder it is to control it. So can you imagine that fire is a typical element to use with magic? Because she's a hothead. And she likes to be more physical with her magic rather than trying to be cleverly move around the problem. If she has a wall in front of her, she'd rather break it down with her fist rather than outmaneuver it or look for another opening. She doesn't back down from anything.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. That's kind of in line with a teen hero.
Has serious self-worth issues.
Suicide and enemies. I love mechanical keyboards, but they are noisy as hell. Alright, so how is everyone coming along? Goro, are you getting through with your sheet okay? Has everyone filled out their moves? Like, what's the progress like? How many of you are ready to go?
I'm ready at any time.
Nice.
I think I'm basically ready.
That's 2,
I'm
good.
ready.
3.
Just kind of vacillating on the pluses and minuses for the Kirby craft.
Right, Kirby Craft. You're good. Alright, that's good.
still have to answer our relationship questions.
Yeah, you guys answer your relationship questions specifically because I want you guys to do influence. So you can
I
answer
guess.
you can answer your relationship and give influence right away.
I guess since I was the last one to go, I'll be the first one for this.
Yeah.
I feel like I would hang out with either the Legacy or the Protosave to blow off some steam.
I mean, are guns your thing?
Guns are nice. They're basically muggle weapons, but she knows the value of a gun.
What kind of gun? Like for who?
It's mostly she goes down to the range.
Oh, okay.
Like, Ultra American has to have guns.
You can probably have like a force pistol or something.
She doesn't keep it on her. It's just she'll go down to the range with
Okay, like
previous.
That's what you do in free time.
Yeah, it's just kind of how Ultra Americans have fun.
Well, I once saw a Mutants and Masterminds game where someone decided to make a character whose powers were based off the 10 Amendments of the Constitution. So like the First Amendment, freedom of speech, lets him speak any language. Second Amendment, lets him bear arms, gives him access to any weapon, access to guns at all times. And then the right to a speedy trial gives him superhuman speed, that kind of thing.
And how are they benefiting from the prohibition on ordering soldiers?
What?
I
Wasn't sure if that was to me or not.
I think that one was like invisibility or something.
But yeah, hanging out with Liberty, with Amanda is just, or Amelia. I can't even remember. I'm sorry, I lost it.
You was Amelia Lionheart.
Yeah, Armstrong. I said.
Yeah.
I think Amelia Armstrong. Hanging out with Amelia just consists of, going down to the range, doing a bunch of hillbilly shit.
I think that will be fine since she knows how to handle authority. It isn't her favorite, but she can deal with it. I think the strongest thing that will make her relate to you most, because you have expectations that you have to deal with, even though you're your own person, and should be rebelling against that. So it hits close to home to her.
Yeah. Cool.
Right, so that's who you hang out with, and what was the other one?
I once hurt someone with my powers, so who wants to be that?
I'll take that.
What was your character again?
Bo Lee, the one at the top.
Ah, okay. Could you both write down your names so I can basically put that on my sheet? Essentially, let's see. I guess I will be faking happiness. Would that count?
Let me see what the options are. Yeah, sure.
Alright. Since I'm basically faking it, I would say I give it to Lady Liberty, the Protégé, and Bo Lee. Then again, does Zico really want it since he's trying to be the shonen protagonist?
Makes sense, yeah.
Alright. Then Zico, Bo.
He's not the shonen protagonist.
So Zico, Lady Liberty, and Bo Lee.
Cool. Who's that?
Should be gone now.
Yeah, cool. Alright, so that was the Nova. Who wants to go next?
I will.
Sure.
Alright. Yeah, Lank is awesome, and you take every chance you get to hang out with them.
I mean, who's more awesome than a fucking wizard?
A wizard who totally zapped me, but yeah, I like that.
Hey, she only zaps you if you talk about her father. That's a low blow. That's like showing red to a bull.
Actually, I think Zenko's going to be the one that Bo thinks is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, because, you know, cool shonen alien.
Yeah.
Damn, shonen protagonist powers.
He's out of this world.
To be honest, I think he's the male lead in a shoujo rather than a shonen protagonist.
Oh yeah, shoujo. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Close enough.
Well, there's a difference as to whether he's screamy and fighty or just annoyingly dreamy and sparkly.
Yeah.
I think he may actually sparkle.
Actually, final answer. Morgana's going to be the one that I think is awesome.
Who?
Morgana.
Ah, cool. Yeah. Got the wizard powers.
Yeah. And then Zenko, yeah, you're going for the shoujo type, so I'm going to say that you're the one I'm trying to prove myself to.
Gotta prove those shonen skills.
Wrong genre.
Alright, so you guys mark that down accordingly.
Yeah, and I get to give influence to 3 people. So I'm going to say Zenko, Cassia, and Morgana.
Fair.
So I have influence over who now? Sorry, trying to match voices to...
I fucking love Fighter Z. It's amazing.
Who just gave out influence?
I did, Bo. Yeah, Bo and Morgana both giving out influence.
Alright, Bo gave it out to Zenko, Morgana, and someone else. And Cassie.
And Cassia.
I'm sorry, who was it who started us off with? I'm not...
Me.
Can you please say your character's name?
Morgana.
You said you wouldn't hang out with Amanda? Or no, Amelia, sorry.
Yeah, I did. And I gave my influence to you, the shonen protagonist, and Bo.
Alright, cool.
Do you want to go
Should
next?
I go?
Yeah.
Alright. You once got caught doing something that shamed your legacy with... Who is the least respectable.
And
Bo is the most street kid of the group.
I mean, Morgana is Morgana.
So it depends on whether you mean low class or evil.
Yeah, I guess so.
Who would do the most suspicious thing for fun?
Morgana. But
Yeah, Morgana.
All right. So, you once got caught doing something that changed your legacy with Morgana. I don't know. Maybe it was just some petty crime or whatever, but it was still something.
We made spray paint on a wall, and it came to life and changed the entire area into like one of those goofy, timey-wimey dimensional space. Maybe. Because I got other ideas.
All right. Yeah, that works. And then you trust Blank and told them an important secret of your legacy. Huh. Who should I trust the most? So I think I'm gonna have to go with the shonen protagonist.
Okie doke.
Jesus Christ, shonen protagonist.
Popular.
I've given up correcting that.
Yeah. God
it's
damn it, Aqua.
shoujo. I know it's shoujo, but shonen is just so easier to say.
I
Except
imagine
it's
that
exactly as difficult as shoujo to say.
I imagine that everything that like anybody who actually knows anime calls him a shonen protagonist. And the important secret is that they were used as weapons during the Vietnam War.
Brutal.
Yeah, I just stole from.
It's very Watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that,
I totally lack context for that.
I just go by what I see on in movies and stuff. Right, so that was the legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have two remaining, do we?
Oh,
Yep.
oh, my influence goes to everybody. Everybody has influence over me.
Well, the legacy is basically the game's bicycle.
Look, don't put it that way. All right?
Yeah, that's a really shitty way of putting it. Like calling someone a
That's
shonen
it.
protagonist.
Do not disgrace an American like this. This sounds very wrong.
Alright.
Alright, so we have the protege and the...
Let me rephrase. They're the PBS main character. You know, like Barney and Arthur.
I get you.
Alright, so protege and beacon are still to go, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so you wanna go next, protege?
Yeah. Alright. You and Blank teamed up a few times before the rest of you came together. So, who's the most responsible here after me?
Not Morgana.
Probably Amelia.
Alright.
Or beacon?
So you and
Yeah.
Amelia teamed up a few times before the rest of you came together. Your mentor is cautious. They asked you to keep an eye on Blank. I'm guessing Morgana.
That's fair.
Alright.
Oh my fucking god. I'm not laughing at this, I'm laughing at something else.
Alright, and how does your influence go, Protege?
My demeanor is business
Nice.
and give no influence.
Oh, okay. Wow, cool. I've hardly ever come across that. Beacon, you're up next, I believe?
I already did my influence.
Oh. So
Wait, what was... Doesn't she have a second question?
She does. She had two.
Yeah.
The first one was who did she team up with before the team comes together, and that was Lady Liberty. The other one was who does her mentor want her to keep an eye on? That's
Oh, right. Yeah, she chose Morgana.
Yeah.
Because that prodigy is a walking time bomb.
Right.
Just like Raven.
The Prodigy is a walking time bomb?
No, my Nova is the walking time bomb.
Right, okay.
Protege. Alright, I think we are good to go.
Hi.
Are you guys... What state are you guys in?
I've got a question
Uh-huh.
to answer, actually.
Yeah,
Okay, so...
Yeah, Sojo
I
for
take a
protagonist.
question blank, but keep it under wraps. I need volunteers for that.
I'll volunteer for that.
I'll do it.
The logical choice to me is probably Lady Liberty, just because it's a national thing.
America.
Yeah, sure.
But I could go another way if anybody else feels like it'd be cool.
Nah, that's fine.
And I have been learning about Earth by spending time with blank.
I guess.
Definitely with me. Bo's really the street kid. You
Yeah,
definitely
that's
learned
what I
Earth
was thinking.
culture from him.
Basically, it was either Bo or Cassia. So
Can't be having all the connections.
fair enough. My options here, I'm not sure who to give influence to. I can either be cheerful or haughty, and neither one of those feels entirely appropriate for, like, aloof.
Haughty.
Haughty seems
Yeah,
like
Haughty's close to it.
it's a slight
Haughty
stretch,
seems
but it's
closer,
close
although I
enough.
don't think he actually thinks he's better than them.
Yeah,
But that's the give no one influence option.
Yeah, that seems like the closest one.
Yeah, he is a prince.
So, Bo's you've been learning about Earth from?
Yeah.
Okay, just confirmed that was the decision you went with. Cool.
And I finally finished filling out my
Sheet.
Kirby craft, so it can now be invisible, fast, and maneuverable, but unarmed.
Unarmed, and what was the other one?
Exotic fuel source.
Okay. Right.
It's a
yes.
space hot rod.
A space what?
Hot rod. It's a pleasure craft, a vehicle for zooming around things, not shooting them.
Okay, cool. Alright, so I think we're ready to go. Just give me a couple minutes and then we'll start. Alpha. We need to make notes. So we have the Montana. What do you call? Yeah, I think that's gonna be okay. Alright, so I think we're ready to begin.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, so now this is going to be start off pretty much as a normal day. It's probably going to be like a Saturday or somewhere thereabouts. I guess it's a Saturday morning, and you guys will be down at the waterfront. Now it's a weekend, so you have little activities here and there, and this particular activity is a pretty noteworthy one because you have an event where a few heroes are taking part. So it's kind of a day dedicated to the water, and you have like a sailing race, you have a numerous swimming races, some of which you have a couple superpowered people taking part for charity, that kind of a thing. And it's, the waterfront is busy as ever. There's a lot of people. You have stalls, you have fried dough and hot dogs, and you have games and little rides, that kind of thing. It's a pretty wholesome community event. The sun is shining. The weather is nice because this is it's a sheltered bay. But even aside from the fact that it's a sheltered bay, it's a really nice day. You don't have a lot of high waves and so on. So it's a pretty good bit of fortune that this is the day that these events were placed on, because it's great for swimming and it's great for sailing. So one of the main events is the regatta, I think it is. I should have googled that name. Yeah, we'll just call it the regatta. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Which is a kind of a round the horn type of race, in that they start off here, make a turn around one of the smaller islands just off the bay, and then come back. And when they come back, there's a finish line set up for them. The waterfront has numerous piers, and the piers are the smaller ones where you have people parking their personal boats and so on. You have the larger jetties, which would be there to accommodate the larger boats, and at some point you would have dry dock facilities and so on. So you have these two large jetties, something like that are jutting out into the bay, pretty far apart. It's pretty wide open space, and it's within those two jetties that the finish line is. And you guys are having a good time, and the other events have taken place, and the last leg of the regatta is coming in. So the final big race is about to be completed, and you guys are in the crowd. So do you guys go to this thing together, or do you arrive separately? What would you be doing at the waterfront?
There's a big charity thing going on.
Yeah, like a lot of the events are for charity.
Is it like one of those beach things where we have to wear swimsuits and stuff?
It's a boardwalk, on the bay. So there's not an actual beach.
Yeah, I was about to say, is this a beach episode?
No. No, this is
What is the beach episode?
No, this is a waterfront episode. So there would be like a platform where the public can walk to and from. It's like a marina. That's what it's like.
I guess I'll be sitting on the rails eating fish and chips, watching the thing.
Cool. And what about you other guys?
Cassia's just kind of off to the side.
Nice.
I'm just doing the most. Just doing anything.
I'm feeding the birds.
Nice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that everyone?
Yeah, one more. I'm going to say that Bo actually managed to secure a small gig working at one of the food carts. Here's like an assistant when people serving food.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So you guys are sprinkled around the place and so on. And as the last bit of boat comes in, something looks... It's most of the boats, but not all of them. And something looks really off about them as they come in.
Oops.
Cassia. Yeah, Cassia, can you give me an assess?
Alright,
So on your sheet, there's a little button next to your superior stat. It looks like... It's supposed to look like a dice. It looks like something else. So
Yeah, it's like a flattened out D20.
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, there you go. Right. So, what you see first, because remember you have the detective skills and so on, so you would notice this probably the quickest, is that these boats have been extremely banged up. Like the masts on some are cracked, broken, they're on their last legs kind of limping to shore. Like something major has happened to these boats. They have been torn up. They look like maybe you would expect if someone had told you that this was hurricane damage, you would believe it. That's how they look. Some of the sails are torn, that kind of thing. You can choose one of those questions to ask me based on that.
So what here is the biggest threat?
Right. So you would receive a communication from your mentor. And so would it be like a communicator, or do you just use your regular smartphone?
Yeah, I'll use a smartphone.
Right. So your mentor sends you like probably a voice note, I think. And it's a warning, and you can hear a lot of activity in the background. And she's she sounds like she's busy, but she's sending you a quick warning, and she says that there's been an incident, there's been an uprising. We have an unknown force. Yeah, but when I say an unknown force, not like a magical force or anything. I mean like a collection of troops. Alright, so we have unknown enemies and unknown individuals beginning an insurgency just off the coast. So the bulk of the heroes are out there kind of engaging and trying to figure out what is going on and trying to protect the civilian marine traffic out there. So these boats have managed to escape, but there is something going on out there. Now as these boats come in, they come in between the two large jetties, and this is a large, you can think of it like a small bay, because it's a large opening, specifically meant for like cruise ships and so on can come to dock. Because of course Halcyon City has a lot of tourism and a lot of large marine traffic, so they have facilities for it. And as they come into this space between the two jetties, they think it's over, but then you see a whirlpool start to form, and this whirlpool forms really, really quickly. And the center of the whirlpool goes way down, sinks down as it begins to form the funnel. Again, really quickly. It doesn't seem to be a natural occurrence or a natural phenomenon. And these boats are all caught. As you can see them beginning to struggle. They were underpowered to begin with and damaged, and now they have this to deal with. What do you guys all do?
I applaud politely. This is finally getting interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just casually sipping my soda, unamused.
Right. Does anyone else want to check anything or do anything? Because like what you guys will notice is that these boats are in trouble. These boats will sink. Because sorry?
Is there anybody on them?
Yeah, the competitors. So each of these boats will have like a crew of maybe 3 or 4 like sailors.
Now, is this whirlpool traditional size, or is it particular for this locale?
No, this is not our particular...
I am asking in character about how this whirlpool compares to traditional whirlpools for this kind of race.
Well, I'd say the whirlpool doesn't belong here, and Liberty just jumps in and goes for the boats.
Alright, cool. Alright, so what you guys can do is give me the team pool questions. So, because you guys are going to be entering a situation here, and although a foe has not appeared, I think you guys should do team. Alright, so we have some questions to ask. You guys start with one team. I'm going to give you 2 more. And then you have some questions to ask. Which one of you would you guys consider the leader? Who is at the forefront of your response this time?
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Who?
I said I just jumped in, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think you are, since you're the only one taking action here.
I'm assessing the situation. That counts.
Yeah, but Netflix is the only one doing something, so I think that's a leadership thing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Alright, so
No, to be fair, who would trust Morgana to be...
do you have influence over everyone?
No.
Okay,
but
so...
everybody has influence over me.
Okay, no problem. Would you guys say that you have basically the same purpose?
Stop the whirlpool, yeah.
Alright. Stop the whirlpool. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Save the people.
Yeah,
I'm save the people too.
Yeah, save the people is kind of what I would have expected.
Seems like one and the same.
Not necessarily, but we won't. We won't.
Close enough.
Won't sweat it. Yeah. Does anyone mistrust him? I don't think so. No.
No.
We're well adjusted.
I will say that you guys are maybe not ill-prepared, but I will say that you guys are off balance, because I was kind of considering it, and I realized that you guys are not really equipped for an aquatic.
Yeah, but it's not an aquatic thing. I'm just gonna fly over there.
I mean, currently I'm not even wearing like a superhero costume. I don't think.
Yeah, so you guys are not prepared really.
There.
I'm wearing a t-shirt and jorts.
Yeah. If anyone needs to change into costume, you guys can probably do that right now, because like there would be spaces for it. There'd be like changing rooms, that kind of thing. Alright, so, team mechanics. Leader does not have influence. You guys have the same purpose, but you are off balance. Alright, so you guys get 3 teams. Alright, so, someone jumped in and someone assessed. So, the person who assessed was Morgana.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was Mariah.
Morgana, Mariah, doesn't really matter.
Right, so...
Anyway, I guess I have 3 questions.
Yeah.
I say... First question is, what is he... How can we best end this quickly? And what here is most vulnerable to me?
And what's the third one?
What here can I use to stop the whirlpool? Never mind. I figured best end this quickly will be redundant with what I can use to blank. So I'll add, what here is the biggest threat?
Alright, so what you would realize is that it's not the whirlpool itself, it's whatever is causing the whirlpool, and that is down at the bottom of the bay. In terms of the whirlpool itself, it isn't, at this moment, it isn't damaging the infrastructure. The jetties are still intact. The things that are in danger are the boats, which you can tell is you are reasonably certain that that is deliberate. Not the boats themselves, but somebody wants these people. To best end this quickly, you need to get them before the whirlpool pulls them down.
Okay.
So can I have my Kirby Craft decloak here and fly in?
Yeah, you can. Your last question was what here can I use to? What was the third question?
Let's see. I asked, what here is the biggest danger? How can I best end this quickly? And what is most vulnerable to me?
Okay. What you do realize is that, as I said, the center of the whirlpool is constantly going down. The whirlpool is picking up speed, and the shape of the whirlpool, the funnel of the whirlpool, is starting to get deeper and deeper and narrower until the sides are, you can see the sides are continuing to a point where they're really vertical now. Whatever is causing this whirlpool is at the bottom of the bay, as I said, and when this whirlpool completes its form, whatever is at the bottom of the bay will not have that much of a layer of water above it anymore. So whatever is causing this is going to be reasonably exposed once it is finished setting up whatever it is.
Okay.
The problem comes in because that the civilians and the boats are of course going to be destroyed by that process. So that's what's causing the problem here. Alright. So Outsider, you said your Kirby Craft would uncloak.
Right, yes.
Right.
I want to pull up alongside for the boats to, or at least one of the boats to offer a chance for them to disembark.
Deboot. Alright. I think you can get to some of them, sure. So what you'll do is you will give me an unleash, and I believe your Kirby Craft. Did you choose which ones your Kirby Craft helped you with?
I selected fast and maneuverable and chameleon.
1 second, I just need to check. Right, so when you are flying a ship, you can use it to unleash your powers, directly engage, or defend using Superior. Right, so using your Kirby Craft, you would unleash your powers using Superior. Oh, I think this would be defend.
What is
Yeah,
the?
sounds like defend.
Well, how is this defend? This is unleash.
You're saving them.
They're not being attacked.
They're being
It
drawn in
doesn't
by
actually
the
matter. The roll's the same. It's either way. It's just confusing to me. So okay,
Yeah.
what is the syntax for rolling here?
On your sheet, there is a button next to superior that you click on. It looks like a D20, does it? It's a little square button. Alright, there you go. Alright, so you are able to get, I'll say most of them off. At the very least, you get the ones that are in danger, who are at the center of this thing. Because, as I said, this thing is changing shape rapidly, and, you know, those at the center are going down. It's like an elevator where the cable is cut. It's kind of dropping. But you do manage to get them off. There are some who are still on the edges, like because remember they were running away, and this was a race, so they are kind of spread out. So some of them are still on the edges of this thing, but for now they haven't started going down yet. What you do see when you go down there is that you get the people off of the boats, but the boats themselves begin to break up and go down, and you see that they're not breaking up just from the force of the whirlpool. You see that there are things in the sides of the whirlpool. There are
So
creatures.
Zenko's going to fly out there majestically over the water to the craft, which then decloaks and lets some of the people get off the boats. I don't know if we want to leave one that's still in danger on the other side of the
ones
thing
that are,
for other people to save.
Right, the ones that are under that the whirlpool appeared underneath, those were the ones in immediate danger. You saved them. There were others that are on the edge of the whirlpool. They are not so much in danger as yet, at least not until this thing grows. But you got the ones who were in immediate danger. That's the main thing. But
what did I see that's on the sides that's causing things?
Alright, these things, they look like gremlins, is probably the best way to describe it. They are green creatures. They have limbs, they have arms and legs and so on, but between the arms and legs they have skin flaps that form webbing. They travel through the water in a manner similar to manta rays. Stingrays. And they're sweeping around. You can see that they're riding with the whirlpool and kind of driving it as well, because they're swarming in a circle around this thing. And you can see them reach up and grab at the ships and pulling them underwater, breaking them up. And there's a lot of these things. So these things, when you get the people off of the center of the whirlpool, these things will of course be they will be enraged. They won't like that, because that's their goal. The ships weren't their goal. This is where you would realize that the ships themselves aren't the goal, it's the people. So when this happens, the whirlpool is going to speed up a little bit. It's going to get deeper, to the point where the sides are pretty much vertical now. And you can see it start to encompass the pilings under the jetties. And that's where some people are going to start. The jetty is going to start collapsing, and people on it are going to start falling in. Who goes next?
Well, Morgana could probably do something cool about the whirlpool, but I bet our protege could do some cool rescuing of people off the pier.
I'm waiting for everyone else to see what they do before doing what I think.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like, can I shout to the people still on the boat?
Right, so the ones that are in danger right now are the people on the jetty. So so they are the people that you and the beacon and someone else, the legacy, can get to.
Maybe like a baby in a carriage or something like that. You can swing them dramatically out of danger. You or the beacon, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of like usher people to like, you know, get out of here. Like kind of like escort them to safety.
Alright, yeah, that's cool. So, your elemental control. Light. Is that solid light?
Yeah.
Do you want to try to form a barrier to keep them from falling in?
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, that's pretty cool, and you can give me an unleash to see if you can get that done. So an unleash is going to be freak, unless you have a protege move that lets you roll something else to unleash.
I don't think I do.
Alright, cool.
Nope.
Outsider. Protege. Yeah, alright, so you would just roll freak to see what happens here. Oh my. Alright, so what's gonna happen is that you do make this barrier, but the barrier stays exactly where it is, and the jetty in itself collapses because the pilings that hold up the jetty have been eaten away down under the surface of the water. So it's like you put up a wall, but the floor drops out from under these people. So you are going to take a condition for that because you didn't think to take that into account.
I'm gonna go save the people.
So we have people in the water now. They're hanging on to bits of flotsam and jetsam, bits of wood, trying to stay afloat.
Southlight.
Who's in the most danger right now?
Sorry?
Who's in the most danger?
At this point, they and the second group of ships are on the edge of the whirlpool. Because remember, as I said, the whirlpool had extended to where it was just contacting the jetty. Think of the Tasmanian devil approaching a wall. Or think of a grinder disc approaching metal. So these guys, when the flooring of the jetty gave out and these guys fell into the water below the jetty, they are right now on the edge of the whirlpool. So they are in immediate danger.
I'm gonna start saying.
And what you see is that the we will call them Mantarian. These are not, yeah, hunters. These things are called Mantarian hunters, and you can see them grabbing at people one by one and trying to get them down. What do the Legacy and the Beacon do? Because you guys would probably be next closest to where this happens.
I'm going to save the on the water. Or I'm gonna go sweep up the guys from the collapsing jetty.
Alright, so how would you go about doing that?
Probably just going to try and pull them with whatever they can find, whatever I can find, using my might.
Yeah, because with your mythic might, you can fight this current and you can just dive in and just grab them and toss them up onto whatever's left of the jetty, I suppose. So you can do this manually. Alright, so you will give me a defend. Because again, you're trying to keep them from the hunters. Or get them out of the hunters' grasps, I would say. And there you go. Nice. I think you get to choose something on a defend. Okay, yeah, you keep them safe. So you managed to get managed to get these guys out of the hunter's grasp, and they and you toss them up on deck. The protege is there to kind of help them land without, you know, breaking a leg or something. So you managed to get these guys out of the water. But now you are surrounded by these things, the hunters, and they are they are not happy.
I'm gonna add a team to the.
Yeah, cool. So let me put that up. Someone did a defend just now. Would you also add a team, or would you want another?
That was me.
Yeah, outsider. Would you add another team?
What is my option?
On a defend, you get to choose one of those things.
Yeah, I'm trying to. What are the other things? I'm opening that now.
It's on the tabletop in roll 20. You'll see a handout. You can add a team to the pool, you can take influence over someone you protect, or you can clear a condition.
Yeah, let's just add a team to the pool.
Alright, cool. So you guys have 5 team now.
Cool.
Yeah. Who hasn't gone yet? Beacon, the legacy is in the water, and he's been surrounded by hunters. You have these sailboats that are on the edge of the whirlpool. They are also going to be sucked in at the moment. So you have a couple things going on.
Yeah.
So what do you want to approach first?
I'm gonna say the Mantarian hunters. Yeah, Bo's going to vault off the dock, summon his dragon, and dive kick the nearest Mantarian.
Nice. Alright, so do you want to look at this? I guess you have a choice of either directly engage or defend, depending on what's your intention here.
I'll say it's defend. I'm trying to clear the Mantarians off of Lady Liberty.
Alright, cool. So give me a roll there. I believe you have your +1, so don't forget to add that in.
Is that like fish people?
Yes. These are aquatic people. They have gills, they have a leathery kind of a skin with tiny scales on it. You guys will probably find out a little bit more about them in a second. You guys are rolling really, really well. Except for Cassia. Don't worry, fortunes like that tend to change really quickly.
Don't you hate it when the GM jinxes you?
I know, right? It's like you're just asking for a bad review.
Yeah. Alright, so you have your defend options there as well. You managed to get the Mantarians off of Lady Liberty, by the way.
Yep. Yeah, I just matched like a series of like Mario style jumping off of heads and then proceeding to dive kick.
Yeah. I like the idea that you run across the water from head to head. Just stomp kicking them down into the water away from the surface where Liberty is. And then you hop on your dragon after the last head.
Dragon isn't that big. It's more like a pseudo dragon size.
Yeah. Well, for the purposes of this, we'll say that you can ride it, because remember you guys are on water. You guys will have like measures to operate on the water. We're going to give you guys the liberty of being able to do that. So we've given the protege solid life.
Alright, I'm adding a team to the pool.
Yeah.
It seems like I've been helpful here.
Yeah. So you guys are rolling well, and you have a ton of team. Oh, this is going to be one uneventful one-shot. Alright, so the hunters back off, and you can see them swirling in the water on the side of the whirlpool. The whirlpool, think of the whirlpool as a cup or a glass or a mug, in that the sides are vertical, and the inside of the whirlpool, the floor, is flat and it's going down. It's almost to the bottom of the bay, and you can even begin to see something there. Like, the water is becoming murky because the whirlpool is at a point where it's starting to dredge up the silt and mud and muck at the bottom of the bay as it's beginning to kind of uncover something. But the silt and the mud and the muck are kind of making it cloudy. But the end result is that the water is not blue so much as it is, I don't know, gray, brown, dirty, really dirty. The hunters draw back, and you guys see climbing up the sides of the inside of the whirlpool. They're actually climbing on it because the whirlpool is beginning to act, especially the water is beginning to act kind of semi-solid. So again, this confirms that this is not a natural occurrence. Something is doing this to the water. And climbing up the sides of this thing, you'll see another group, and these are Mantarian interceptors. These are larger. They are a little bit more well equipped because they have claws and fangs and so on. They have tails that look a little bit sturdier, thicker than the hunters. And you can see these guys beginning to focus on you. Who is closest to the center of the whirlpool?
Probably me.
Because the last person was the outsider picking up people from the center of the whirlpool.
I may be above it, so it depends on, on a 2D plane, Lady Liberty is closest. I might be closest in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
Or the other way around.
Given that you and your Kirby craft were over the center, because that's where you picked up the people from. They were the ones most in danger. If you had not picked them up, they would be at the bottom of the bay right now, at the center of the whirlpool. So those were the ones you saved. Given that you were there, these guys will have line of sight on you. They probably will not have line of sight on Lady Liberty as yet. Maybe not as yet. Probably on the beacon, but at you. You are the one that they're going to attack first. So these guys are going to... it's kind of like their tail swings up over their backs and releases barbs at your ship. So you are going to have to take a powerful blow because you get this from a number of directions. And these things are like javelins. What's the harpoons? These things are like harpoons.
Okie doke, 1 sec.
Yos. Alright, so on a take a powerful blow, a 10 is not the best result.
It's pretty bad if it's on a powerful blow.
Yeah, it's the actual worst result.
And in fact, the actual worst roll to have it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright, so you need to choose something for me there.
I'll have to flee the scene. I've got a whole bunch of civilians on my craft.
Rip.
No, I'm just gonna fly out of there. It's not a safe place for them to be. I'm gonna evacuate them.
The thing about this is that take a powerful blow on that option basically removes you from this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it sounds like. It's going, oh fuck, I got civilians, I gotta get out of here.
And that's why I said rip.
Yeah, so if you choose that option, you would be done.
It means that he's off screen for the rest of this fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because civilians.
And this is a one shot. If you choose the other one,
It's just for this scene.
Yeah, but this is a one shot, so this is like the scene.
So the one shot is a one scene one shot.
It's basically because depending on how this goes, we don't know how far we're going to get with this. So that's why.
Well, look, I'm not going to lose control of myself or my powers in a terrible way. I really don't feel like verbally lashing out or provoking them.
Yeah.
You want to come up with an opportunity for them to go. I don't really feel like Mark. I want to leave. I mean, like this feels like this is the appropriate thing to do here, and making that not an option feels bad.
No, it's not. It's not an option. I'm just letting you know that you are going to be out for most of this, if not all, depending on how this goes.
Well, what else do you want me to do?
If you,
I feel like you should create a custom option that would be better for. Since in that case, the option to leave and be out of this one shot sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, it is bad.
Yeah, it is. It's just like, okay, leave the one shot. Sucks to suck, loser. That's pretty lame.
Look, I'm just saying, if you want to provoke or give a condition, because
there isn't context for it. All I've got is I'm being attacked by some harpoon things. I don't have anything I can really yell or that will feel right.
I mean, I don't know your character, so I can't say, but maybe in a moment of frustration, they could just start screaming at one of the...
No, well, you can also, if you mark 2 conditions, I'll take that, I'll think, blah, 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 words. If you mark 2 conditions...
I don't have context for as to why that...
If you mark 2 conditions, I'll take that as enough. And yeah.
Can I really just leave the scene for a couple of rounds and come back later?
That's a 10+. That's a really bad thing. You don't just get to like.
I want to leave the scene entirely. I'm just saying that's.
How about this? You leave the scene for a couple of months, but you take 2 conditions. Is that fair? Or should I try to weasel in?
What conditions am I going to take is what I'm trying to figure out here, because it feels very arbitrary.
I don't know if you've taken the condition, because you could have afraid.
Yeah, afraid for the civilians. It's like if you hang out here, they're going to be in trouble and you feel guilty of it. Actually, that's another thing. You're feeling guilty because you're leaving your friends, but you got to protect the civilians.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll do that, and then let's take afraid and guilty and really give.
Look, I will say, if you want to give a condition, I will take it.
I don't have. Part of the problem is this is a one shot. I don't have context for yelling stuff at you. You know.
I get that, but you could just say like, I'm just trying to like help you.
I get it. Hold on 1 second.
Fuck. That was a good one.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. It's lose control of yourself, your powers in a terrible way. It seems to me like the most entertaining option at this point, if I can't leave and come back later, is for my ship to be harpooned and then careen down into the whirlpool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll go down there. And you'll be okay down there. Your ship will be down there with the civilians, but you will be you won't be able to get them out on your own, but you will be able to act.
Sounds good. And then I get to see whatever is down at the bottom. That's the center of this thing.
Yeah. Alright, so this brings us to the next round, and the situation is this.
Wait, I didn't make my move.
Who's at the...
I'm the one who didn't move.
No, you did an assess.
That was before the round started, since he was asking for assess.
Yeah, no. The assess I asked for was from the protege. You did another one on your own, and But when you did that, and when the someone jumped in, I did the team first because that was the start of the round. This is a new round now, so you can still run
all
it.
I wanted to do was just build up my burns, so I don't have to waste a turn doing it.
Firing up your burn doesn't take an actual turn per se. How I usually do it, charging a burn takes half a turn. So if it's not time sensitive, like if you're not under attack and you need to defend yourself, I would say if you're under attack and you need to defend yourself, I'll say that you don't have time to charge your burn. But as it is right now, when no one is directly focused on you and you're just kind of there, you can charge your burn and do something.
So I can't assess and charge a burn? Because that was I would have done if I knew that.
Every round you get one action. What you decide to do with that action is up to you. So you can assess, you can PS. But if you did the assess, that counted as your turn.
Alright, then I'll just do my burn.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and do your burn now. So this is the next round. And the situation is this. The hunters are no longer the primary aggressors here. You have been able to save most of the people, and at this point I think people are starting to leave the jetties because they kind of realize that it's not a good place to be. So you don't really have an issue with other people falling into the whirlpool. What you do have is that your teammate and the civilians he was carrying has been shot down into the whirlpool, down in the underneath there. He's down at the bottom of the whirlpool. He'll probably make his move last or near the last of the round. You guys need to kind of do something about that because he is going to encounter some things down there. And right now, you guys have the interceptors between you and him.
Any bonus I get for acting on my assess with this charging my burn or trying to save my ally?
Charging your burn doesn't act on the assess. But what you do with your burn, you may get a plus one depending on what it is.
I got a hit.
Alright, so you mark one condition and you get 3 burn, I believe it is.
Then I guess I mark the good one.
Right.
Angry. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm marking angry.
Alright, cool.
Because that whirlpool just launched water into my soda. That makes me angry.
Alright, cool. So, what do you, who goes first? What do you guys do? You have these things spread out.
Well, since it took half a turn, I can't exactly do anything else unless I could
you can
breathe underwater and start going down the whirlpool.
The whirlpool is open air. Think of it as a pocket of air in the ocean, in the bay. So you guys can fly down it like a vertical tunnel.
I guess I'll do that since I'm basically going after the cause this.
Alright. These guys, the interceptors, are going to try to stop you. So what is going to happen is you have a couple of choices here. You can either engage them, or if you want to get past them, you can unleash.
I'm going to try to go for an...
Foran?
Do I gotta wait till my next turn, or do I roll now?
You're going to try to go for a what?
To go past them, so unleash.
Alright, would you be using your move to do that, or just depending on your basic unleash?
Just my basic unleash for this.
Alright, so yeah, you go ahead and give me a standard unleash, and you can use your +1 for it.
+1.
Assess.
Yeah, I'm just making sure I heard that right.
Yeah. Alright, so you can...
Okay, let's make it unstable or temporary.
Alright, no problem. So to make this unstable or temporary, you get past them, but you do have to take a circular pathway to do it. Because these guys, you realize that they are kind of popping out of the water and hanging on to the side of the inside of the whirlpool, pretty much like people on a cliff side. You know that scene in G.I. Joe Retaliation where Snake Eyes is fighting on the side of a cliff? No one? What else is there? Has anyone ever seen any movie where people fight while climbing a cliff, while mountain climbing?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right. So that's basically the scene that's going on here. Because these guys, they don't have to hold on to the side. They can walk on the surface, on the inside surface of the whirlpool. They can jump across from one side to the other. They are pretty nimble. They are large, agile, and they are tough. So to get a pathway through them, Mariah, you have to kind of make a circular spiral kind of way down. And that is going to kind of delay you a little bit. So you'll
that's fine.
Yeah, so you'll get past the first line of them, but you won't get to Zenko just yet. Alright, who moves next? These guys are going to, some of them will be at the top now of the whirlpool edge. So they will be like on sea level. Because they are coming out.
I will directly engage.
Alright, cool, no problem. So give me that. The reason why they have come out is because they need more. Like, their goal is to get hostages. That much is clear. You don't need an SS for that.
And I'm going to be pulling my punches, so I use Savior
Yeah.
in danger.
Right, no problem.
I thought it was fight the good fight, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what it does whenever I pull my punch.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So I believe you have a different set of options for that. Oh, okay, yeah, it just says, okay, right. So, directly engage a threat, and you choose one of those except for Impress, Surprise, or Frighten. What do you choose? Hello?
Oh, sorry. I'm going to create an opportunity for your allies.
Okay, cool. Alright. So that is good. These things are going to fight back at you. You are going to get some blows in there. So I think you'll just take a condition. Because they won't get good hits on you. So you'll basically just trade blows. So you take one condition, and one of your teammates can get an advantage against these guys. One of your teammates will get a +1 to engage them. What opportunity? Did you have a different opportunity you were creating?
I don't have a specific opportunity, but maybe it draws them to me, and then it'll allow somebody to go for the ship.
Okay. So who wants to jump in here? Because the protege and the beacon, you guys can take advantage of this, I believe.
Yeah, I guess I'll jump in.
Right. So what, how would you go about this?
I just kinda just jump in there, ride the waves to the very bottom.
Cool. So you would have like an Iceman slide, like a light slide kind of thing?
Yeah.
Alright, so give me an unleash for that, and let's see how you are at getting down there. Alright, so I think that what's gonna happen is that you are going to get most of the way down, but again, it's just like Morgana experienced. There's a lot more of them than you thought, and they keep popping out of the water, and they're pretty agile. So eventually one of them does get a swipe at you, and it throws you off your ramp, your solid light ice slide, and you end up just falling straight down to the bottom. So what you'll do is you'll take a powerful blow from the impact. But once you're on the bottom, you will meet up with the outsider though.
So I roll a powerful blow.
Yeah, which is conditioned. So on the right side of your sheet, at the top, there's a little box to roll plus conditions. There you go. So you get to choose one of those options on the 7 to 9 list. For take a powerful blow.
I guess I'll lash out.
Right, which kind of fits because you have the outsider there next to you. You can lash out at him for you know, not holding up his end of things and crashing. But see what you can think up to lash out.
Sorry about that. I had my...
Yeah, right, so Guru.
It's to provoke a teammate to foolhardy actions. So, what foolhardy action are you lashing out to provoke me to do?
Kind of just like, you should have, like, I guess, like, cleared the path for me.
I'm confused as how this provokes me to foolhardy. What foolhardy actions is provoking me?
She's probably
Like I get lashing out. It's the provoke to foolhardy action that is the
like
follow-up.
one implementation of that would be to clear this opposition that has hampered both her and Morgana on the way down. Because as you look up, you're going to see this tunnel of water rising up above you, and on the sides of the tunnel is just this massive it's a number of these interceptors just controlling the space and having you guys at a disadvantage, cut off from the surface, strategically speaking. So she sounds like she's telling you to go deal with that, to clear the way, so to speak. Goro, would that fit, or did you have something else in mind?
No, I think that would fit.
Okay, roll provoke. Is that correct?
Yeah, she rolls provoke. For PCs on a 10 plus, both. Oh man. Well, there you go. Zenko, we'll get to you in 1 second. Let me just check with the beacon. Beacon, what do you do? Because I think you are pretty much the only one. You and the legacy are the only ones at the surface still. Correct? Hello?
Beacon?
Our beacon is not here.
She's down, boys.
Alright, Netflix, you can probably go next and we'll see. Yeah, Netflix, what do you do? Because I think it's you and D-SpoTT to act.
It seems that I'm going to just keeping them distracted while the other team tries to save everybody.
Uh-huh. Oh no, wait, you did act actually, because you used fight a good fight.
Right.
All right, yeah. So I think the only one was the beacon. All right, but so whenever he comes back, he can probably jump in. But at this moment right now, what's gonna happen is the surface,
Do I not get to act?
right, so the interceptors are going to start withdrawing legacy. So from the surface, the ones that you engage with, they were not able to go to the pier, to the jetty, because you did succeed. You were able to keep them there. So they are going to turn and they are going to draw back. So Zenko, when it comes to you now, you will see them beginning to converge down. The whirlpool has reached the bottom, and it's cleared away a lot of the muck and the dirt and mud underneath there, and it's formed this pretty much perfect cylinder of water that contains this airspace above what you now realize is a facility of some sort. It's I guess you can call it an arena, because it opens up. You guys are standing on top of a disc that was built. It looks like the dome of a building, and you can see the dome drop down and parts of it open up, so it forms an open arena, kind of like the Colosseum. And these things are going to start descending the walls and coming down towards you guys. So what do you do?
Well, since I have been provoked into what am I doing? What have I been provoked into doing here?
To attack, to clear out the interceptors, or clear a path through them.
Basically, Zenko is going to step out of his craft. The door will seal behind him. He'll press a little thing on his wrist, and it'll kind of like iris shut behind him. Yeah. Then he'll go flying up the
sword.
He's kind of doing this combined psychic kung fu flight thing, where he's flying up the side and like tagging the guys on the head.
Yeah.
And if I get this right, they'll kind of like fall over telepathically. I don't know how many random goons that will clear out, but that's what he's doing.
Alright, so you're kind of pinballing between them and giving them mind blasts. Alright, so give me directly engage. Alright, not bad. So you get to choose one from that list. What do you choose?
It'd be easier if it didn't force me to shut that down in order to complete the roll. So, 1 second. Well, I want to resist or avoid their blows, but this is a foolhardy action, and
I'd say you can still.
I think I kind of have to create an opportunity for my allies.
Yeah, that's cool. That's no problem. But just so you know, you can choose to resist or avoid. It's foolhardy because of the risk, but a risk doesn't have to be a certainty.
But the action was. It feels like if I'm not handing the. In order to be a proper response to to a failed roll, it has to be a dumb thing to do. So I'll create an opportunity for my allies, and then I guess I'll have to take a powerful blow. Or not. I mean, don't know how powerful they are or whatever.
Well, it depends on what their response is. Like, different things can happen. Yeah. Yeah, different things can happen here.
I'm just mind blast. I'm flying up the side of the thing, kind of clearing a path.
Yeah, so what happens is, as you fly up the side of this thing, you see these are what, the interceptors? Yeah, you see the interceptors recede. And, you know, they kind of sink into the side wall of the whirlpool. And, you do...
When I zap them?
Sorry?
When I zap them?
Yeah, when you zap them. So, like, you know, they do take the hit, and they do recede. Because I think they realize that they're not equipped to handle telepathic engagement. But when you do that, you do receive telepathic communication of your own. And this is something that comes from, shall we say, quote-unquote, off-stage in the arena. Something is beginning to come out there, and it speaks to you first. And these things speak telepathically, you know, and it says to you, you know, resistance is futile. You can pull out your best tricks, and it will still only be a fraction of what we can do. You have no chance of stopping us. So what he is doing is that he's shifting your labels. He's going to send your danger down and your mundane up.
Well, no one wants mundane up, ever, so obviously I resist.
Yeah. Alright, so you can roll to resist, and
what do I actually roll?
Flat. No modifier.
One point of team, please?
Yeah, one of you can spend a team to help him pass that.
I will.
Because I think you all would hear this. It's directed at him. It's directed at Zenko. But you all would hear this because it's also like a big reveal. He's coming out to meet his opposition.
Honestly, they don't even need to hear it in order to spend a point of team. The way I kind of figure this happening is
fictionally they would need to know that the influence is happening.
No. What I see happening is
wow, just now. Whoa, someone is really distorting.
What I see happening is like I touch the guy to zap him, and then we get the resistance is futile, blah 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 voice, and as that happens, the guy I'm touching just gets completely walloped by one of my teammates coming on down, which feels like an appropriate negating punctuation mark.
It's not him that does the influence.
Either way, him getting smashed
does
undercut the message.
It's someone else, and what this does for me is that it helps me introduce the next part of it. So this is how it happens. They hear him.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So who's spending the team, and what would your response be? How would you bolster him?
Possibly by smashing the immediate proximate dude.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to be bolstering. Set an example of how great people are at smashing. I don't know.
Alright, so this is the legacy. Okay, yeah, cool. Let me reduce the team. Alright, so you do manage to resist his influence. What option do you choose there?
Shifting labels. I'll shift one label up and shift one label down. I'll move down mundane and increase when I decide in just a second here.
So this voice comes from 3 entities. These 3 entities are the Mantarian destroyers. M-E-N-T-R-E-N. Any of you familiar with the hunters from Halo?
Halo?
I am.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the image of what they are. They are built, stocky, sturdy limbs. They don't move very fast, but they're bulky, they're tough, and they're strong. They're very strong. And these are they're wearing something, like they have equipment strapped to them. They have insignias and not a keep, there's a name for the smaller one. So that you can see that these guys they have a culture. Like, it's not an instinctive race, it's not an animal race. Especially given the fact that they built this arena and that they're causing this effect with the water. So you realize that these guys are technologically advanced. They have telepathic capability, they have weaponry. And these 3 of them come out to meet you. So how do you guys respond to this? Do you try to, what do you do? Like, from your best guess, it would probably be like a general and 2 lieutenants.
So, what are they saying? Did they say anything? I'm sorry.
They're saying that that their domain has been breached. That they will not stand for this lightly, and by trespassing on their territory, that you guys, you in the sense of the surface people, have declared an act of war, basically.
I mean, it's the middle of Halcyon City Bay, so we have to have had boat traffic here for a long time, so something weird has to be going on, right?
This is vertical boundaries they're looking at. Not not lateral boundaries.
I don't think we...
Yeah, but it's no place that hasn't been gone before.
Yeah. Now y'all are gonna trespass on American land?
And someone gets shot as a lady says this is America. Or she's the one doing the shooting.
I will not have you.
Are you going to do a This Is Sparta kick?
I'm just going to Spartan kick the general.
This is America! Kick off water.
Alright, so give me...
Directly engaged.
Yeah, I was wondering if one of you guys would try to provoke him, but I think that fits as a directly engage. Right, so give me your choices for that.
Let's see. I'm going to. I can't impress or surprise, so I'm going to.
Oh, you're using
Be right back. I gotta make my mom's sandwich.
yeah, no problem. So you're using your fight the good fight for this?
Yeah, that's why I use Savior.
All right, cool.
Take something from them and resist or avoid their blow.
All right. So what do you want to take from him?
I want to take. Fuck! I had it. I want to break his ship, honestly, but so I'm kicking him into the ship.
Do they have
don't
a ship?
have
I
a
thought it was
ship. No, it's
They-
a facility. It's not a ship.
Oh, then I'm just going to. Actually, I'm not going to take something from him. I'm going to create an opportunity, and that's it.
All right, cool, no problem. So you do this, and he staggers back, which for the moment he didn't think that you would do that. so at first he doesn't have a response for you, and you guys do have an opportunity here because for that little moment of confusion they don't respond. So that's kind of your opportunity. So what the rest of you do? Hello?
I'm gonna call out to Lady Liberty. I'm going to point out the harpoon that's in the Kirby craft. If you can sever the harpoon line, then we can fly the civilians out of here.
At the moment, Lady Liberty is the one that's kind of face to face with the general.
Yeah, but she's also the one with a big shiny cutty thing.
You do have a couple others there with you who can probably, do that.
I can create shiny cutty things if I want. Yes.
If that's like part of your motif, then sure.
I mean, it's a part of my power set. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, you have already done your thing. So like while you are doing your thing, when we focus on the others, we see what they are doing in the meantime.
Yeah.
So it would have to be someone else, or you'd have to wait a little bit until Lady Liberty is free again to do that.
That's nothing.
Sorry, I missed most of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that. Fuck. I'm sorry. I said that she can still say it, but it's not anything I can do with it.
Yeah. All right, cool. But so besides this this communication, like you can still do something here, Adamiani. So like, what would you want to do, or do you want to try and deal with the harpoons yourself?
Not especially. I was pushing that because it seemed cool. And because the game doesn't have a round structure, there was nothing that stopped her from acting. But also, if she's engaging the general and is needed to deal with the harpoons, that means that we have an opportunity to throw someone else at the general in order to free her up, in order to...
What the game does not
which I
have...
suppose I could do.
What the game does not have is an initiative. Now, what that means is that you guys are not restricted to a specific order. You guys can jump in whenever. But we do use a round structure to ensure spotlight management. It's a GM thing. And it's meta information. So, like, we don't really specify it in-game.
It doesn't really matter right now.
Yeah. But for the purposes of spotlight management, we do use rounds. So you have so far one person, that's the legacy, has engaged the general. What do you others do? Who wants to go next?
Oh. What are you doing next?
Alright, so it's down to the outsider and the Nova. Because outsider, you still have your action.
I feel like I said what I wanted to do, and then you kind of shut that down. But I still want to do that.
No, that has been done. So you have said that to him, but he won't be able to act on it right now.
Right. So with that in mind, I will engage the general in an attempt to free Lady Liberty up so she can do the thing that will save the people.
Alright, so you can go ahead and do that, which I believe would be a directly engage.
Okay.
Ooh, you have a 0?
I think so. The outsider starts with -1, and I bought it up.
Okay. Oh, there was a thing on your sheet you could have clicked. But go ahead and give me your choices there. Let's see what you can do.
Let's see. I resist and avoid their blows and create an opportunity for Lady Liberty to do the thing.
Alright. So that's no problem. You know, your lieutenants will try to engage with you, but it's nothing really definitive. So far, you keep them engaged. You manage to not let them land any blows or anything like that. Lady Liberty can do something else. Nova, what do you have in mind? Like, how do you act here?
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Nova. Like, what do you do? Which would be Morgana. Oh, I think he's not back as yet. Alright, well, if he's not back as yet, Netflix, you can probably go now.
Oh, then, seeing as that I am now freed, I'm going to go and cut the, or remove the harpoon with a big shiny sword.
Alright, cool. So give me an unleash.
Because apparently, an unleash.
I am now back.
Oh, fuck.
You fucked up?
I fucked up.
You fucked up hard.
I think influence. I'm not. I don't remember.
How many team have we got?
You have a shitload of team. You have like 5 team. You would need 2 of them to make this work.
Can she get one from the opportunity I created? Is that?
Yeah, I can give her 1 from that.
Also, someone can.
So Nova, if you help her, That will become a hit.
Yeah.
Morgana?
Yeah.
Right, if you help her, that will become a hit. That will go from a miss
Yeah,
into a hit.
sure, I'll help.
Alright. Unbridled enthusiasm, I like it. She's trying
So
to...
what she was doing?
She's trying to cut the lines connected to the harpoons, which are securing the outsider's ship.
She will feel a reddish aura around her weapon, guiding her cut more precise and enhancing her blow.
Alright, cool. So you get Unleash. Do you want to, Lady Liberty, do you want to take a condition to permanently free this thing, or unstable?
I'll mark a condition.
Alright, cool.
And I'll say angry because the rope didn't quite cut the first time. I apparently restrained myself a little too much, and it's like, you didn't put your full strength into it, but you're trying to.
And you had to have someone else help you without even asking.
This is not an accurate portrayal of freedom.
Yeah,
I
alright.
don't need your magic enhancement to cut this rope. I can do it on my own.
Alright, cool. So the ship is free. Alright, you guys managed to get the cables and off of it. Maybe one or two harpoons sticking in, but that won't stop you guys, you know. Some spray paint and duct tape and you'll be fine. So the ship is free. The civilians inside are scared as shit, but you know, it's the next part is probably going to be a lot easier now because of that. What do you guys do next? You have the general and his two lieutenants. You have the civilians in the ship. Morgana, what do you do?
Did I reach my destination?
Yeah, you are down with them right now.
Alright, then
So it's the bottom of the whirlpool. You are down on the seafloor, but it's not normal muddy seafloor. It's an actual facility. It's an arena, kind of like the Colosseum. And 3 Mantarians have come out into the Colosseum to engage you guys. A general and 2 lieutenants. These are Mantarian destroyers.
Checking my moves right here, so give me a sec.
Yeah.
It's basically 3 against 1, right?
At this point, it's 3 against 3, I would say.
How did the others get there?
The outsider crash landed. The legacy managed to make it down on his own.
Yeah, she jumped in and then swam the wave down.
Yeah, the protege.
That's metal as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
America's pretty metal.
Alright, then back to my assessment question. Who is most vulnerable to me? Because I got told it's the one that's controlling the whirlpool. I just want to know if it's all 3 or one in particular.
The assessment wouldn't have covered this because you wouldn't have known of these guys from the surface. The assessment would have covered the hunters and maybe even the interceptors. But these guys were not in evidence at the time.
Alright, then I will, I guess, directly engage the closest one to me.
Alright, cool. So that would be one of the lieutenants, I think. Or the general, your choice. But you can go ahead and roll for me.
I am rolling danger.
Alright, so are you using your reality storm or is this a standard danger?
Standard danger for right now.
Alright, cool. So give me the roll, let's see what happens.
Fuck.
That did not sound good.
It should.
Oh. And you guys physically cannot bring that to thing. Alright, so...
3. No, wait.
So you would trade blows with this guy, and he would get in some pretty stiff blows on you. You would have to take a powerful blow. His attack is an electrified gauntlet.
That stings, and we're on the water too.
Yeah. Well, in this particular space, it's air. The whirlpool has gone straight down and cleared a cylinder around this place.
Okay.
So you guys are in air, you are breathing air, you are fine.
Is it powerful blow on the sheet, or do I need to customize it?
It's powerful blow on the sheet.
Alright, then give me a sec. I don't see a powerful blow on the sheet.
On the right hand side, above the conditions, there's a button to click on to roll with conditions.
Condition, yeah.
Right, so you just have one to pick for me there.
Give opposition.
Alright, cool, no problem. So, with this opportunity, Zenko, they are going to attack you because they realize that you are the one that came down with the ship, so they don't want you to leave. So you are going to have to take a powerful blow.
Could I defend?
You can't defend yourself. Someone else can defend you, though. The legacy can defend you.
Right.
That's what I was saying. I'm gonna defend.
Yeah.
Don't worry, my friend. Freedom is shaken.
Alright, not bad. Alright, so you do keep him safe. And you do choose one, but you also have to choose to expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I shall expose myself to danger.
Alright.
And then I shall, you know what? I'm going to, clear a condition.
Yeah. Right.
I'm no longer right.
So he's going to be safe and he's going to be free to move. But you are going to take the hit for him. So you are going to have to take the powerful blow.
That's fine. Oh fuck.
Oh man.
You know what? It was worth it.
Yeah, it is, because he is gonna get away with those civilians, so that's something. And you are not dead yet. You can choose.
I struggle past the pain. And I shall. I don't want to give ground.
Well, we're almost done here. What if, hypothetically, what if this takes you out of the fight, we fly you out of here, and then Morgana closes the whirlpool behind us?
Actually, I was gonna. I was tempted to just lose control just for the sake of it. See what happens.
What were you thinking?
Lose control could be just her sword just starts falling apart.
I think you would have an effect kind of like war, where everyone's weapons start going haywire, including the general's weapons and the lieutenant's weapon. So you would have electricity arcing all over the place. the ship itself is going to be have lightning hitting it because of their electrical equipment. You guys, you yourself would probably have like weapons phasing in and out. So if you go on the ship, you're gonna have to be very careful not to sit near anyone else.
I think we can manage that.
Right. So I think that's what happens. So mark your two conditions and no. Oh, if you lose control, well, that's it. You don't have to mark the two. All right. So you mark. You lose control. So you guys see this happening, by the way. You see, like, he engages with the lieutenant, and the lieutenant engages back, and there's some kind of a reaction. You guys aren't certain because apparently, like, what will happen is that these guys, you already know that they're psychic. You already know that they're technologically advanced. So there is some mix between psionics and technology that doesn't react well to the legacy's divine and mythic powers. So you see that happens. It's kind of an explosion. There's weapons phasing in and out. Electricity.
Does that mean we all have to take a powerful blow?
At this particular point, I would say not. Depends on what you want to do next is what's going to determine that. So let me hear what the two of you do next.
I'd like to get the civilians out of there.
All right, no problem. So so you will probably head into your ship and start powering it up. I'll ask for your roll in one moment. Nova, what do you do? Do you go on the ship with him, or do you do something else?
I go on the ship and close the portal, I guess. Will this be another unleash?
So hold on, I just want to order things. So who takes care of Lady Liberty?
She's still ambulatory, right?
At the moment, she's engaged with this lieutenant, and she
I'll be fine. Leave me. Take the civilians.
all right.
Freedom is unshakable.
I mean, I could stay and fight and still close the portal.
Just go. Let me flex for once.
All
Is
right.
she trying to order her?
What?
Are you giving an order?
It wasn't an order. It was a joke.
Ah, okay.
Her actual order is, please, just go. Leave me.
All right. So first, we're going to do the ship. So Zenko, you are going to have to take off and make it out of there in the midst of this lightning storm. So that is going to give you a -1 to your roll, but I believe this is just going to be either an unleash or a defend, depending on if you want to consider it saving the civilians.
Well, I mean, why? The -1 seems a little harsh. I mean, why would I have to roll otherwise? Otherwise, it'd just be base functionality, right?
It's because of the loss of control of the legacy.
Okie doke.
Right.
Okay.
So this is, if we look at it as an unleash, or do you want, or what were you rolling defend?
It doesn't matter. I'm rolling Kirby Craft, so it keys off of Superior. It should actually have been +2, but I screwed up.
Well, it's still 9, so it would still be in the same range.
Right.
So what?
Wait, is this a powerful blow?
No. He's trying to get out of there. He's trying to pilot out of there.
I'm going to assist with magic, even though I'm on the outside. Maybe teleport it better.
I mean,
Shield it.
it already succeeded.
No, he's trying to make it into a 10.
Yeah, 10.
So that can work. Alright, so I'll remove the team. You guys get out. And you get out.
Well, you have a portal, right? Did you didn't teleport? You actually opened a magic portal.
Yes, because I could.
So if that's still open, I can fly the Kirby craft through the portal, and it'll count as a team thing.
Yeah.
You mean your move flare?
I mean, we're trying to explain in character how assist to make that a 10, and my assist is basically making a portal so they can travel safely.
Instead of flying up through the column, I am flying out through the portal.
All right. Yeah, that could work. So you guys will be out. Nova, you were on the ship, or did you open the portal for the ship?
Open the portal for the ship.
So you are still in?
Yeah, I'm still in with the legacy since I can teleport the legacy out with one of my burn moves.
I don't think the move flare allows you to take passengers, but I'll let it do that way. Let me just take a look at it. I don't think it allows you to do passengers.
Because I figure I would try to use that, but I still have to make an unleash roll in that case.
Yeah, let's do it that way. So give me an unleash, and how much burn have you used so far?
None. I still have all 3 burns.
Alright, so you can go ahead and mark off 1 and give me an unleash.
Yeah, sure. One sec. I think my mom might be calling me, so I'm listening out just in case.
Yeah.
Since I'm using this on the legacy who I have influence, do I get a +1 to it?
Yeah.
Okay, making sure. I am taking that sweet condition to make sure. Yeah, take that condition to make us go out.
Alright,
So I basically grab the legacy and just say, you don't get an option, we're going now, and teleport out.
Alright, cool.
Nice.
So you guys are out of danger, you guys are out of combat. Where do you guys regroup? Like, where do you guys meet? Where did the teleports go?
Onto the ship.
Alright. So yeah, that's good. I think that would be 2 burn, but that's neither here nor there, because the guys are out anyway. Alright, so you guys have survived this thing. What you guys will see, who wants to give me an assess? Just for the heck of it. Or actually, it would probably be up here. You guys probably don't even need to.
What is it? Pierce?
Yeah, give me a PS, because what you'll see is that you'll see some superheroes flying the other way. So give me a PS. Right, so like, what you see is the response. Like a response team of adult heroes heading towards the whirlpool. And they were caught up kind of, putting out these small fires all over the place, because you did have a whirlpool that was out of the bay that was the cause of the initial damage from the sailboats that came in. You had some other whirlpools at different points. So the adult heroes were kind of busy, handling those things, and you finally are seeing someone's freed up to come and deal with this one. So they will go now and look to engage the general and his lieutenants and try to contain the situation there. Any of those questions you want to ask about what they're going to get themselves into? From the PS list.
Oh. I'm sorry.
You okay?
Yeah. What are you really planning?
Alright, so what is going to happen here is that this is a diplomatic situation that has started off with the use of force. So like what the adult heroes are basically going to be doing is that they're going to try to reach some kind of a stalemate with these guys and then have someone try to, you know, talk the situation down, because as it stands these guys are mounting a military response, as you guys have seen. The cause of this is not something that you guys would have seen. There have been things going on, you know, under the surface, both literally and figuratively, that caused their response. You know, there were people or individuals who made some incursions into their territory. So you guys are just seeing the tail end of this.
I shall comment. It ain't very American to make a diplomatic mission with some terrorists.
Yeah, indeed.
I'm sorry. I really enjoy being a hillbilly, essentially.
Yeah. The civilians are going to be very grateful as well. You guys are probably going to get influence over them. And, you know, they are going to be very, very thankful to each of you. Except like one old lady is probably going to be grumpy, but you know, they're all safe, they're all sound, and you guys did well. And I think for there, that's where this little adventure kind of closes up.
Okay.
All right. You guys do have the end of session. What would you guys have chosen, just out of interest?
I guess I will probably lecture the legacy for her to move, because dying doesn't do anyone good. Because if you die, that's it. That's the end. You can't help anyone. You can't be anyone. You can't live up to your potential. And you leave a hole to the ones that you leave behind. So she's showing signs of being upset about this. Even though she tried to be aloof and uncaring.
Yeah.
Like tough girl.
Everybody who takes up the mantle of Lady Liberty is prepared to live and die for their country.
Well, that's a stupid thing. You can't do nothing if you die. Especially when it's
I would have taken that. I could have taken down almost half that army.
You were struggling. Don't kid yourself.
I was holding back.
That still leaves the other half.
Yes, and if you hold back against your enemy when you have the opportunity of surprise, that's foolish. That gives them a chance to counteract you. If this was a real battle where you could have died.
Do you want to Nova? Do you want to exert your influence on her?
Yes.
Yeah. Impress a shift.
I'm going to reject this influence.
All right. So what is the shift to begin?
Savior down, mundane up.
All right. Cool. So
because she's essentially trying to get her to lose her ego and realize the danger of the situation, and not to do this alone.
Yeah.
And think smart.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I'm going to reject this thing.
Right.
That's not very American of you.
I giggle every time you do that.
I'm glad you're understanding.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm on push to talk, so I just felt my speech clear.
Alright, so give me the roll for that. Let's see how that turns out. On your sheet, there's a button for just a flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
7.
7.
Do you... Which option do you choose there? Because those are interesting options.
Cancel their influence and take a +1 against them.
Holy crap!
And I'm going to use my influence over Morgana to get them on my side.
So you would want to provoke her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so give me that provoke, because you're trying to provoke her to agree with you. Or to like at least, you know,
And then I
thing.
get a +1. And well, actually no, that's a +2 because of previous forward and
What
my
previous forward?
from that move. I
Yeah,
get
from
a
your
+1.
reject.
Yeah.
That should only be 1 then, since they don't have any influence.
I do have influence over Morgana.
Yeah. Alright, make your roll. Jesus Christ.
You didn't even need it.
Sorry.
You didn't even need it.
I didn't think that. I'm sorry.
You're essentially agreeing to suicide.
It's not suicide, all right.
No,
It's just belief that you should fight until the end.
you don't have to agree with
Fight
him,
the good
by the
fight.
way, for a PC zone, a 10 plus, both. If you don't agree, you mark a condition, that's all.
Is this an influence roll?
This is a provoke.
Well, I'm rejecting, so give me another condition.
Yeah. Well, I guess you would decide what your response
Wait,
to that is.
isn't this an influence roll, not a
No,
provoke?
no. You're provoking him to agree with you, basically.
You're provoking the team to agree with you.
No, you specifically.
Yeah.
Well, I don't agree, so I take the condition.
Yeah, you do.
You un-American swine. No, I'm kidding.
What does our third party what does our third team member do here? Do you intervene or do you just not take any sides?
I don't think Zenko is going to want to get involved in that particular fight. As far as he's concerned, we got the civilians out safely, and that was the important thing.
Yeah.
So he could be persuaded to Morgana's side, but she was also trying to like shift down Savior, and that's kind of the opposite of where he's going with this. So
Yeah.
Alright, so you're just gonna let them work it out.
So he's going to look on kind of puzzled.
Wait, I was shifting superior, not savior.
Oh, I heard Savior.
I
Sorry.
I have a 0 superior.
You
so
can
it
shift to
doesn't-
negative.
Yeah. Doesn't even matter. I wouldn't have used that. It ain't very American to back off just because the odds are against you.
It's stupid. It's like inviting suicide
Some
when you can
said
fight another
that it would
day.
be some said it would be suicide, the fight in World War One, the fight in World War II, but guess what? We did it.
And look how many casualties we
Which
jumped
world?
up.
Guess look how many lives.
The atomic bomb.
Look how many people would have lived.
Which worlds were at war?
Talking about World War One and World War
Yes.
Two. So
Which world?
bringing up the Japanese who were also intimate on fighting, therefore the atom bomb.
Look how many lives it would have saved if we had just not let them. Look how many would have died if we had just invaded them.
And look how much damage that you did by just dropping the atomic bomb.
Look how many people survived.
If you call that surviving,
I'm
All
still
right,
very
all right.
clear as to which worlds you were at war with.
Well, we're using World War II. That's the main one.
I assume that
Out of character, I am aware of that. In character, I do not understand how you can have a world war without multiple worlds.
if
see, it's the title saying that's
if
pretty
this-
fucking stupid.
if this
It
were
was
if this were a campaign, I assume that this is a discussion that would constantly be coming up, like always in the background and always on pause, ready for you guys to continue.
Anyway, be right back so the others do their thing.
Well, I think we're good here, and we can probably wrap it up. So this was a fun little one shot. I'm glad you guys decided to hop in and join in. I hope you guys had fun. It was kind of cool to try and to think on my feet and you know keep you guys on edge. So this was fun. I'm glad it turned out pretty entertaining. All right, so I'm gonna hop off.
Thank you for running.
Yeah, no problem at all.
This was a real game. I would probably lost.
I grow farther from Labor Liberty because of her suicide attempt.
Oh man.
As always, I enjoyed your game, D-SpoTT.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, likewise. So see you later.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys have a great night. You guys can stick around and chat and stuff. I'll head off. Later.
Good night.